Oh yeah,
interview for.
all the places I was
Well, that you're in the Mohawk Valley now,
in.
but
Yeah,
you were born
prior,
in.
yeah. But then prior to that, I was from Brooklyn and Queens,
All right, now
and
stop
then
it.
up in the
Okay.
and,
So say your name first and then explain that to me.
and then up in the Poconos and blah blah blah.
Okay. So you can start. You're just going to talk to me. You're not going to talk to
Yeah,
anyone.
talk to you, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So just state your name and then what branch of the service you're in.
Yes. And when I went in, when I came out, where I went.
I'll ask you questions along the way. You can start with your name.
Did you get an idea yet? No, you didn't. It tells you the entire history, you know.
I know, but it's different if it comes from your mouth than if it comes from mine.
All right.
That's really the point.
Gotcha.
Because I really could read up on so many people and I could just write my own script from that.
Gotcha.
But the point is to see the person and to hear them tell their own story.
This gentleman, did he pay to get in?
Did he pay? He paid with his time just like you.
Yes, he did.
He did. All right. Yes, all right, dear. You could shoot, I guess, maybe.
He's shooting.
He's shooting?
He's rolling.
Not yet.
Yeah, he is.
Yes?
He's rolling. That's why I asked you.
Oh, no wonder. Go ahead.
So just stay.
You're going to editing after that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
You go ahead. You can tell me your name.
My name, Rando Lupini.
From?
Born in Italy. Came to New York City. Live in Brooklyn. Moved to the Poconos. And now in Frankfurt, New York.
That's quite a geography that you've stopped in. Well, how about if you tell me about the branch of the service you were in?
The service I was in at 208 combat engineers. 208, yeah. Stationed in Fort Breckenridge, Kentucky. Did my Tennessee maneuvers, and that was way back in 42. And in 40, spent most of the time at 43, and now in 44, we took off from New York City, and we went to Scotland. We had a little trouble on the ship. We had to go back to Nova Scotia for repairs. And after that, by ourselves, we picked up another convoy. We went to Scotland. From there, we picked up a train, and we went down near Oxford, England. So this was in January of 44, and we were getting ready now for the invasion of Normandy. 1946 in June, we went down to Southampton, picked up a ship with a convoy, and we got into Normandy D-Day plus 20, June 26. And there we start our fun with picking up minefields, cleaning up roads, especially Saint-Lô in France was almost disintegrated by bombing back and forth between Germans and the Americans. And we built up the ships, the town there to allow the convoys to go through with the armaments and with the food and everything else. From there, we kept on going in France. We passed through Paris. It was already liberated. And from there, we were stationed nearby. And after that, we went into Belgium. And from Belgium, we went into Holland, Maastricht. And then we were on the Roer River when the counteroffensive of German counteroffensive started in December. And somehow I was working on the jackhammer, building. roads and things like that. And I felt a pain, went to a doctor, and he said, you better go and have an operation, hernia, which I did. December of 1945, I was in Paris hospital. And after a couple of days, they shipped me over back to England for the field hospital in Coventry, England. And there, they performed the operation. After some recuperation, I came back and I joined my outfit in Kassel, Germany. And after that, we took by trucks. We always travel by truck, the combat engineers. We went all the way to Leipzig, Germany. And there they stopped us. Why? Because they want the Russians to come into Berlin first to punish the Berliners for the atrocity they did in Russia. And they send in the Tartars and the Mongols of the Russian Empire to punish them. And they rape and they did the worst thing you can think of. So then after that we went in. They divided the city in 4 sections. American, British, French, and Russian. We were on the west side of Berlin, southwest, by the Wannsee Lake. Beautiful section. Private homes and whatnot, that's where we were building. Live like a queen. And therefore we were there waiting to be discharged. Finally, in December of 45, my papers came through. I went to Bremerhaven, Germany, pick up the ship to come back to the States. January of 46, I came to New York City, discharged. And that's the story of my life with the Army.
Now, there's not a lot of detail in the middle of that, so I'm going to take you back to some of maybe what seemed to be the most major of events. I'm going to presume Normandy is one.
The major of the scary part was when we were in Belgium and Holland, and the bus bunds used to come around us. They were trying to get Liège, Belgium. You know, the V1 rocket, V2 rockets, you heard about them, right? So that was very scary because we could see them at night coming over with the exhaust pipe on top of the bomb, and then you see the exhaust pipe canceling itself out, ready to come down, that you didn't see it when the lights is out. So that was very scary because we were sleeping on a bombed down church on the ground, on the floor, of course. So that was very scary. And the other thing is, my outfit was lucky. They didn't see much fight, and we did a lot of work, put it that way. We saw, of course, dead Germans in Aachen, the first German city we were in. I picked up the cadavers of the Germans from the tanks, broken down tanks, with my shovel, you know, things like that. As I said, my dear, that war is hell. Try to stay away from war. And compromise, do this, do that, but don't say, let's go to war. Got it? Next case.
That's about the assignment. How old were you?
How old I was? I was, when in 42, they made me 21 years old.
Did you enlist or did they?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt sent me a beautiful letter. Would you like to show up to join the American Army? And I said, yes, sir, I'm ready. You follow me? As an alien, you had to sign up prior to the war there, and at that time you say yes or no. If that was no, I would have been in a concentration camp, right? So that's the idea. So I joined them, the army.
How did the war change you?
Pardon me?
How were you changed after your war experience?
I was changed, as I said, to me, life is very simple. If you follow my 3 F's, faith, family, and friends. If you have that, you have everything in life. What changed me? Well, I wasn't too bitter because although I said to myself, forget about Germany, you'll never get it up in their feet for at least 50 years, the way I saw it. Because I went from the beginning, which is Aachen, all the way to Berlin. And every place I went, everything was destroyed. So I said, how the heck this poor country is going to get up? And of course, this was not the truth, because America had to help them right away to build a wall against Russia. That's why we helped them a lot. And that's how they came up on their feet. That's what happened to Germany.
What happened to you?
Myself, well, as I said, I take life as it comes. With my faith, I'm invincible. Nobody could kill me. Got it?
With your faith, you're invincible.
Correct.
Okay, that's good. So the thing is that there are a lot of men who said that their faith got them through many of those.
Gotcha, right. That's correct.
Wow, what is one time, can you give me an example of one time when you know that your faith was the strongest to help get you through a particular situation?
I suppose every day, my dear. When you're in the army, you never know when it's going to come, the shell. So you go to sleep. First of all, you say your prayer in the morning, you say it at night, and you feel better. Prayers.
We've heard that a lot.
Absolutely, my dear. It's faith.
Now you said family and friends.
I left my families and friends and country in Italy when I came here by myself in 1939.
And then served in the army?
And then I went in the army.
What about reuniting with them? What was that like?
Oh, that was after the war. Yes. No, when I was in Berlin, they gave me a pass, 2 weeks pass, pick up a plane. I went down to Frankfurt. And from Frankfurt by train I went to Trieste. I come from Trieste, which is near Venice. Have you ever been to Italy?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you have to go to Italy. There's no place like Italy. You got everything there. And everything is different from region to region. You have different food.
History.
I beg your pardon?
Rich in history.
Besides history and everything else, arts and whatnot, it's a gorgeous country, right?
So reuniting after the war was a good thing.
Correct.
Well, you know, you're in Frankfurt, New York.
Frankfurt, New York, correct. Although I was in Frankfurt, Germany, too.
Right. How did that transpire? How did that come about?
Oh, well, all right. That's a good question. I spent most part in Brooklyn, Queens, New York, and then I went up, let's see, 5 years before retirement, I got myself up a place in the Poconos. You heard about the Poconos, right? And then I retired, I built a house, and I stayed there for 20 years. Now I'm getting to be, most of the people left, died, passed away, go away. So I decided to come up to my daughter Lydia Sexton. She is in Ilion. She's in charge, a director of the Catholic Charity. And she has about 450 volunteers working over there for the charity. So that's what I decided to do. Come up here next to her and we spend our time together. She gave me 4 wonderful grandchildren, out of this world. She has a twin sister in Lancaster. She didn't give me any children. Good for nothing. So anyway, I have 3 wonderful girls, and I'm very happy with Lydia and all the kids. They're all grown up now.
How much did you tell your own children? How much did you tell your own children about your war experiences?
My war experiences? Well, the one that I selected out of the 4 is the third one, the third boy, 3 boys and a girl. And the third boy followed my story and fell in love with the merchant marine that I was in, Italian. And then he kept on going, this yearning to go into the Marines. So he did. He went to the academy up in Kings Point, New York, Long Island, graduated from there, went around the world already on a merchant marine, came back, and then he said, all right, that's enough traveling. So he got himself a nice job with the USA, he's a sort of a CIA or FBI, an agent like for the government. So he's down in Maryland now. Now, getting restless again, he applied to go to Tokyo because he was studying Japanese ways and means. And now he's going to go now at the beginning of August to Tokyo for 1 year minimum as a teacher, English teacher, and they're going to teach him in Japanese, although he's taking courses right there. So him and I got very, very well along to learn all these years, and he knew all about my story.
Is there, what is it that you would like to leave for your grandchildren? Say your grandchildren got to see this documentary and they could hear from you something that you think is very important for them to know and understand about the price that you and maybe, well, so many others paid for their lives today. What would you say?
Make peace, do love without war. No war, just peace or love. That's what I would say to them.
Did they ever ask about your wartime experiences, your little one?
No, he was the only one interested. The other 2, although they do very well, all of them, one of them, the first one is a physical therapist, Salt Lake City. The second one is a genius in computers. He's down in Sarasota, Florida. Third one is Michael. Now he's in the government. And the girl also graduated from Catholic College in New Hampshire, and she's working in Boston now for a year, and then she expects to go to San Francisco to see how things are over there. So you see, it was well settled.
You provided them with lots of opportunities.
I provided with my love, my advice, if you call it, what life is all about, how to take it. Don't give up. Keep the faith. That's the idea. That's what you give to your children. And my action of my past. Love. That's the main thing.
Do you think that...
And the main thing also, all 4 of them through my daughter Lydia. They're very devoted Catholic, and they follow the good book. All four of them. No smoking, no drugs, no drinking, no nothing. All four of them. Perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better.
That's wonderful. We were right at the end of that, thankfully.
That's all right, Captain.
That's excellent. That's
We're
excellent.
just doing an
Action.
That's excellent.
Excellent?
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
Excellent to have young people.
Well, yeah. Yes,
to
yes,
have
yes.
those standards.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Nothing
we're
like
At the
it.
end of that statement, that was good. That was a
Yeah.
good statement. That was wonderful.
Yes.
You're very succinct in your delivery.
I am.
And that's good. We got what we need.
Right now, I tell them, and I show them too, I tell them, my life began again at 80. I'm 82 now, right? So we had a big party when we were 80. Everybody came from all over, California, this and that, for a feast. In fact, in Ilion. And I told them, and since then, I'm involved now with the Stanley Theater, with the Monson Institute, with Elder Life, which is acting. We are making shows now for the elder people. So I'm always on the go. I was tutoring a boy now up to the other day at the elementary school. I'm always on the go. Summertime, leave me alone. I'm down in the pool all day long at the country club in Mohawk, between Herkimer and Little Falls. Do you know the country club?
Yes. Yes.
That's where you find me in the pool all day long, all summer, almost by
Well, you deserve
myself.
it now.
Yes, yeah.
It's
I
time.
have a wonderful life, wonderful life.
That's wonderful.
Nothing like him, fellas. Just have faith. That's the main thing. And be optimistic all the time. To me, every day is beautiful, even if it snowed, which was the record this year. Man, oh man, 172 inches we had it. They just told us the other day.
Thank you. That's excellent. Thank you very much.
All right, my
I
dear.
appreciate it so much.
My pleasure.
God bless you and your family. We have to take this off.
Yes.
I don't want you to keep that forever.
And
All
I'm
right, now.